So now that we know that a phase change can happen due to reflections, let's have a look at an interesting example of this, which is Lloyd's mirror. Now, the way that we set up Lloyd's mirror is that we have a mirror that is perpendicular to a viewing screen. Now, some distance from the viewing screen and above the mirror, we can put a real light source. Now, what's going to happen is something really interesting. We're going to have light rays that leave the source that are going to appear on the viewing screen, but we're also going to have rays of light that are reflected from the mirror, and something really curious happens. So we have a real source that is above the mirror, and we have light rays that reach some point P on a screen. So some rays are not going to be reflected off the mirror when they hit the viewing screen at point P, but some rays will be. So for example, consider the blue line in the image. We're going to have some rays that are going to reflect off the mirror and reach the point P. Now, the rays that travel straight from the source to point P will not undergo a phase change due to reflection. However, some rays will undergo a phase change when they are reflected off the mirror. Now, this arrangement, due to the fact that we have a mirror and we can trace the rays back, we can think of this as a double slit experiment. We have two sources, but one of them is real and one of them is virtual. It's due to the fact that we have the mirror there. So one you can think of as the reflection of our original source, our real source. But the thing is that they are pi, or half a wavelength, or 180 degrees phase difference between them, because remember, the reason that we can see this virtual source is because it's due to the reflection off the mirror. And when rays are reflected off the mirror, they undergo a 180 degree phase shift. So what's going to happen is we are going to see an interference pattern when we set up the experiment like this. However, because the sources are no longer in phase with each other, they are phase shifted by 180 degrees. All of the bright and dark fringes, the locations that we would expect them to be if the two sources had the same phase, are now going to be reversed because they are half a wavelength difference between them.